We are here, baby. We are live, and we are set to go for March Madness. This one hopes to be a quick one, but for sure, it's going to be one of the best and greatest times of the year, and it's coming up tomorrow on Sunday, as we're also going to be talking about the Division III men's basketball and women's basketball tournament, along with the upcoming NCAA National Championships coming up right after this word from the intro and your local message. So this is it, folks. It's Saturday, March 16th. I know it was late. I've had a lot happen during this break. We had our spring break this week, got some trees removed and all that stuff. But now we can actually talk about March Madness. And it's been 2 long weeks. Let's get ready to go.
And they are stunned. Dribble drive kick. 10 seconds to go. Here comes the play. Whitman at the free throw line. Jumper. They are riding a Cinderella wave. 67, 64, 4 seconds left. They don't like the foul, remember. Ivy for the tie. Off the rim, and it's over. This miracle run continues for Steve. You believe it? For just the second time ever, a 16 beats a 1.
It is finally here. It's finally here, and we have so many things going on right now. But I do want to talk specifically about what right now is going on and with the conference tournament standings. Let's see here. What should we talk about? That's kind of a stupid question for me to ask because we got a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about right now. See the movie reference? A lot. So right now, if you hear music in the background, it's actually the Purdue-Wisconsin game. Purdue is leading 62-60 as we're speaking with 2:02 left, and now Wisconsin's getting it up to the paint. Unbelievable shot there by Wisconsin, by Tyler Nolley, I think his name is. And it's 62 all, and Purdue and Wisconsin are officially tied with 1:48 left. We will be regularly updating you throughout this game. The next game after that will be the Nebraska game. So much going on right now. So many championships going on right now. Congratulations to Vermont. They have just won the America East Championship. And out of the eventual championships today, we have had a lot going on right now. And let me tell you, there was a lot going on right now around the conference, so if I seem a little bit scrambled, that's why. It's currently right now, Howard is leading 62-60 in the Mid-East Tournament, the MAEC Tournament over Delaware State, the 6th seed. Oh my goodness, what a 3 by Purdue, and that one's gone off the rim. But now, a lot to talk about today, man. Vermont has just punched their ticket into the NCAA tournament, just like 20 other teams have done right now. We have the second round matchup, or the semifinals right now going on with Cornell and Yale in the Ivy League tournament. The winner of that will possibly play Princeton tomorrow. New Mexico and Colorado State, that game went final. Actually, Brown beat Princeton, so it's not Princeton, it's Brown. Again, a lot's going on. Colorado State lost to New Mexico 74-61, and the the 3-point shot went off the rim with the Purdue-Wisconsin game. But Vermont has punched their ticket into the tournament. With several other games going on, Mississippi State is trailing to Auburn in the SEC semifinals. And tonight, in at 3:30, the other semifinal that's going on in the SEC is Texas A&M Florida. Auburn is leading 57-56 with 4:54 left. And then Purdue, of course, is tied, as I mentioned. VCU and St. Joseph's are in their conference tournament right now. And VCU is leading 63-60. UAB and South Florida is one of the other games that's happening today, along with Texas A&M and Florida. St. Bonaventure to Quincy. That game will be happening at 3:30. And then after the Purdue game is over, Illinois and Nebraska are playing. Temple and Florida Atlantic will be playing at 5. Houston is going to play Iowa State at 6 for the Big 12 championship. San Diego State and New Mexico State will be playing tonight for their conference championship. Marquette UConn, another game with the Big East title on the line. And then Kent State Akron plays at 7:30. St. Peter's and Fairfield, that's the championship game for that conference. And then also the other championship for the ACC is tonight with NC State and North Carolina. Now, let me tell you something about that NC State team. Do you believe that I think they could win? Do you believe that 10 seeds should not be ruled out of the NCAA tournament? I don't think so. And NC State should not be ruled out of the NCAA tournament regardless if they won tonight or not. Because it's to me, it's nuts. Crazy. They beat some of the top teams in the ACC, including Virginia and Tennessee and even South Carolina. And it's crazy. It is unbelievable. And Zach Edey inside, unbelievable. He got the shot and won. Wait a second, are they not going to count that? I think they might. But back to my point on NC State. NC State is just unbelievable. How they've been able to advance in this tournament. And they have a lot of extenders. So they're not in the NCAA tournament conversation now. But I believe they should be. And I believe that regardless of what happens tonight, they're at least the first 4 team in. Now, does that have to rule out teams like South Carolina? Or not South Carolina, but Indiana State? It could. But I do legitimately believe that if NC State wins tonight, they, just like Oregon, are going to get an automatic bid in the most unexpected of ways. Oh, it's rattled off the rim at the Wisconsin game. Oh, number 2. Oh my, and he missed it. And that's going to be out of bounds. Looks like Wisconsin ball. Wait a second, there's no time left. So that's going to go back to Purdue. If you all were just curious, the ball for Wisconsin could have gone over to the sidelines. It did not. It came back into play. They got one opportunity for a 3, and they missed the 3-pointer, and it rattled off close to the Wisconsin bench. Purdue is leading 65-62. I'm literally everywhere today, so I'm going to get back on the NC State point and say that regardless of what happens today, they should be a first 4 team in. Here's the inbound by Purdue. Edey has it. And look at that. Braden Smith just lost the pass, but it's still going to go to Purdue because it was deflected off of Wisconsin's hands. This game's been crazy. Yesterday's game was crazy too, with Purdue playing yesterday. I thought that game was crazy too. But again, they're going to be possibly playing the winner of Illinois and Nebraska. And if I had to pick a team right now that could beat Purdue tomorrow if they win this game today, I would say Nebraska's 3-point play was incredible. But regardless, as I mentioned with the point of NC State, Nebraska, whether they win or lose, is going to be in the tournament. And whether NC State is going to win or lose, they're going to be in the tournament. But Nebraska is not a lost bid. They're not a lost bid, and they shouldn't be. Neither should NC State. But then you would kind of rule out teams like Indiana State and New Mexico. And I'm just saying to that point right there, that's going to really make this competitive field a lot harder than it needed to be. Because if you think about it, with Nebraska, with Indiana State, Nebraska has more of a shot, and I think Indiana State could be the first 4 team in. Nebraska's all the way in, so no need to worry about if they win or lose tomorrow. They just need to win today and then lose tomorrow to even get a spot in there. But back on my point with NC State, that team is not even talked about. It's like Oregon. They aren't even talked about. And Oregon won their championship last night being unseeded. excuse me, being unseeded. And I do believe that, actually, they're playing tonight against Colorado to wrap it all up, but they beat Arizona. But if they win tonight over, or not Arizona, Colorado. If they play Colorado and beat Colorado tonight, I do legitimately feel like, yeah, this is a legit talking team that Oregon and NC State could just squeeze in with a win today. It'd be shocking to see NC State beat North Carolina. Shocking. North Carolina is still going to be projected as a 1 seed in my bracketology. I accidentally deleted the Substack because I thought we literally had no subscribers and followers, but that we will post it again for baseball season. I thought LinkedIn is going to be the place where you can actually get the newsletters from now on, especially for the Cinderella Slippers podcast and for the Cinderella Slippers newsletter. That one for sure, to me, is going to come back during baseball season. I just do not have the energy right now to put the other one back up because of how late the NCAA tournament is. So all of our newsletters have always been on LinkedIn. They are on LinkedIn, and every edition is on LinkedIn that you saw on Substack. Now back to the Purdue-Wisconsin game. 65 Purdue, 62 Wisconsin. Wisconsin needs a 3. Clock is ticking down. 23 has the ball. He's now going to dribble it to the left side. He floats it up and in. Wisconsin now reduces the lead to 1, and Purdue is now going to call a timeout. I would not have wasted a timeout there, but it's their choice if they wanted to. Now, Purdue leads 65-64 over Wisconsin, so a 1-point lead with 6.5 left to go. Okay, so we're talking a lot of Division I right now. The women's basketball we're not really talking about at the moment, and I probably won't talk about it in today's episode, but I wanted to remind all you that tomorrow there is a very extensive bracket overlook for men's and women's basketball tomorrow, possibly around midnight, posted Monday morning. So I plan to actually record that on Sunday, going into Monday morning. As I said, it should be posted by Monday morning. My energy's not that low, so I'll just get a hold of that, record that tomorrow before I go to bed, because tomorrow on Monday, we do go back to college, and that road is back and started again at a weird time, because I don't think I've ever, except for my freshman year, for first year of college, have actually had an NCAA tournament in the middle of the school day. We did back in my very first year of college because we had no spring break. This is my third spring break ever in college because we didn't have one my very first year in college due to the pandemic and due to COVID. But man, time has flown. Time has flown, and I'm a senior about to graduate in December. It is December, not May anymore, but we'll get back on that. Now, Purdue is going to try to pass it to 3 different people. Edey inside, and he's immediately going to get fouled with 6.1 left to go. And now he is going to go to the line for 2, and that was a smart decision there by Wisconsin to foul. 65-64 is the lead. Wisconsin, I believe they are in the tournament. They are in the tournament. All these 4 seed, even if Nebraska wins today over Illinois, or if Illinois beats Nebraska, it really doesn't matter. They are in the tournament. Illinois is a lock in the tournament. Purdue is a lock in the tournament as a number 1 seed, which is very important. And Purdue look fresh. This is a better team than last year. I even said that back in December. I think it's episode 3 or 4 of that. I'm not for sure I posted. But Purdue is a different team this year. They're a different specimen. First goal for Purdue, if they win today, get out of round 1. Get out of round 1 and win. I don't care if it's Oakland, Green Bay, St. Bonaventure, what have you, a first 4 game. I don't care. Get past the first round and win the second round and go to Detroit. Go to Indy, then go to Detroit. That's your goal. That should be circled and not punched out on the whiteboard. And Zach Edey just hit the free throw, if you heard clapping. 66-64, Purdue. Now, Wisconsin can try their best and get a 3-point shot and then just try to tie the game to send it into overtime. There hasn't been an overtime game in the Big Ten Tournament yet. Edie is going up for 2, or is going up free throw and missed it. Oh my gosh, he missed it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and Wisconsin is going to call a timeout with 2.7 seconds left. Unbelievable. Did you see that? Zach Edey just hit the top of the rim, and then Wisconsin was going to go down and start running. They got 2.7 seconds left and could absolutely crush the hearts of Purdue, even though it doesn't matter. Even though it doesn't mean anything. This is incredible, and this game has been incredible. I think it's a full timeout. Both teams are in the bonus. They're not in the double bonus because Purdue and Wisconsin look to have 8 fouls. I'm so happy this TV that I have now actually can play cable. During the break, my spring break, as later in the show we're going to talk about Division 3. We've just been so wrapped up in March Madness in the Division 1 realm. We have Division 2 and Division 3 basketball too, but one thing I was going to record on Tuesday, but then our trees were getting done here. And I'm glad that we got them done. I'm just glad we got them done. They're chopped off, and now the lives of so many people, and now Purdue is going to call their last timeout with 2.7 seconds left. So if I were Wisconsin, I would shoot a desperation 3 if you can. Purdue is going to squeak by this, I think, with a win. Squeak it. Now, if Wisconsin wins, again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it would be the greatest Cinderella in the history of March Madness. And I legitimately do believe that if it legitimately happens and Wisconsin does win this game, they're going to play Nebraska, and Nebraska will win their first ever Big Ten Tournament. First ever one. And that would be, it'd be amazing, because then their seeding would be higher, maybe a 5 or 6 seed in my projections. But here we go, 2.7 seconds left. I'm going to commentate it for you, even though I get Eagles on my TV. And I miss Jim Nantz already. Every time I dream of March, I dream of Jim Nantz. But just remember, anybody that's interested, the STAA also has the Jim Nantz Award. Its submissions begin on March 29th. Go to staa.org, and you can go on there and register on March 29th. Here we go, 2.7 seconds left. The inbound pass over to 5. Wisconsin gives it 1 second at the buzzer. Oh! Wait a minute! Didn't count! What? Unreal! Wow! We are going to overtime! Did you see how open he was? Braden Smith did not touch it! I don't know if that went in fully or not. 0.3 seconds left with the layup. Unreal. Okay. Hepburn with the shot. And they tie the game at 66. That was incredible. Just incredible. It was easy. I was like, what just happened? My goodness. Just incredible stuff happening right now. Welcome to March. Welcome to Madness, folks. We'll be right back after this. We'll talk more Purdue, Wisconsin in the men's basketball realms. But first, I need to get talking about Division 2 and Division 3 basketball since we got 5 minutes left in this game. But first, let me go around the league here. Howard, I'm going to watch this game before we actually do officially go to break. Howard is leading 68-66 over Delaware State. Howard is at the line for 2. And Howard was a team in Delaware State too. They were both teams that were not projected to win their conference at the start of the year. The MEAC Tournament was like one of the more dismal conferences I think I've seen this year. And then the game following that is UAB and USF, being the University of South Florida and the University of Alabama Birmingham. And they're coming up after that game on ESPN2. And both free throws have gone in. All Delaware State needs is a 3, desperation 3, to get 69-70. And he's going to get fouled. Unbelievable. Delaware State is going to be fouled, and he's got a chance for 3 shots. So all you have to do if you're Howard is foul. All you got to do if you're Delaware State is foul. If he gets one of these 3 free throws, then we'll have something to look forward to. But right now, it looks to me like, 1.7 seconds left in the game. Howard leading 70-66 over Delaware State. Both teams have pretty bad records. Howard has a 17-16 record, while Delaware State has a 16-17 record. And they're both really bad in their conferences. One team I think is 9-5, and the other team is 6-8. So both teams are not sound teams by any stretch of the imagination, as we are going to review here for the three-point basket. It was supposed to be a three-point basket, and they're checking to see how many shots he should get. The shots didn't go in, so I guess about 3. And we're actually flipping through the channels here. Auburn is leading 66-62. A lot of 60s today. I don't know if that's a good thing. Might be, not for sure. Definitely not the number, I don't want to say it, but you know. As I said, Bruce Pearl looks electric right now. 29.1 seconds left in this one. Auburn is about to inbound. It looks like Auburn is going to inbound, and Mississippi State will have to foul. They're going to play quickly here, and Auburn has the ball near the baseline, gives it back over to him near the logo, and he's going to go for the foul. With 25.3 seconds left, there will be no shot clock, so if Auburn hits these free throws, all Mississippi State needs to do is just hit two free throws, 2 sets of free throws. And let's see here, back to the Howard Delaware State game, 1.7 seconds left. They're finally confirming this to be 3 shots. Howard and Delaware State, again, both really, really bad teams in their conference. Auburn and Mississippi State, he's going to go for the free throw. It's now 67-62. Mississippi State is now leading Auburn by 1. And I keep on flipping these channels, just seeing what's going on concurrently. And it looks like Wisconsin just scored on Purdue 68-66 in overtime. As the great Doc Emmerich would say, in overtime! And Auburn hits the free throw. But most important need right now, here comes Mississippi State. And they're going to go for the foul. And they're going to possibly get 3. Very close games down the stretch for both teams. And now there's 2.2 seconds left in the Howard-Delaware State game. And he rattles that one off the rim. It is no good. That's incredible. Howard's got 1 timeout. I would probably say use it if I were them. So now they're trying to add in some subs. Chaos going on there. Auburn is leading. Actually, it's 68-63 now. Mississippi State's up to the free throw line shooting 3. Delaware State going up to the free throw. And, oh my goodness. Just keeps on interruption. Just a lot of interruption in that game with Delaware State and Howard. 64-68, Auburn is leading Mississippi State. And a timeout was called at the Delaware State-Howard game to not get you all confused. Purdue and Wisconsin. Wisconsin is leading 68-66 with 3:40 left. And they're hugging each other. Tyler Wall is hugging his teammate. He just got fouled out. So one of the big pieces that have made Wisconsin really versatile in the Big Ten Conference is now out. And Edey's at the line shooting 2. And the first one goes in. So we're flipping through the channels once again. Howard and Delaware State. That one is still in a timeout. It's unbelievable how long these games have been taking. But both teams need to be fresh for March. And Purdue is up to the line once again. 3:40 left to go in overtime. 68-67. Will Zach Edey tie it up? And he will. That free throw just went in. 68-68 all. 3:39 left. Wisconsin has the ball past the timeline. He's now dribbling it to his right side. Goes over to 14. Who now goes over to 2. And now advancing it to the middle near the free throw line. And now Wall's going to get the ball once again. And now here he comes with the ball. And they're going to pass it around. Swing it around the left side. Post it up for 3. And Purdue got the snag. It's Gillis with the ball over to Braden Smith, who's now with 3:13 left. Let's see what's happening. Braden Smith over to Gillis. Back to Smith. Here they come once again. Morris for three. And he misses. Wisconsin gets the rebound. And they're going to get fouled by Purdue. So now there's going to be 2 shots. Unreal. That's clumsy. I would not have gone for 3 there. And there they go, folks. We just flipped it over to the other game because that one just ended, or that one's still continuing, but it's in the middle of things. Howard is going to dance in March. Howard is dancing in March. They have just won the MEAC championship and get a seat at the table for the NCAA tournament. A close game. A lot of interruptions at the end. The ball was loose and nobody got it but Howard. And they're going dancing for the 3rd time in 4 years. And the ball is under current review with the Auburn-Mississippi game. There is currently a review session going on. They're reviewing the possession of the ball. And Auburn is leading 69-64 in the SEC semi-final. The final will be tomorrow afternoon. And the last final game of the day is the Big Ten Tournament, which I will possibly miss that. And just remember, I will be posting a podcast after this one on Sunday night, going into Monday morning. So that will be posted on Monday morning. And it's just projections and general thoughts about the general bracket itself. It's different compared to other bracketologies because I don't personally, I go by color, I go by shape, and we actually may make one on Wednesday. So keep an eye on that one as well. I'm not for sure if we can do that or not, but we'll see. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Unbelievable. I know you guys didn't because you're hearing my voice. Wisconsin went up and away. A big-time dunk by Wisconsin's A.J. Storr, who's got 18 points so far and is 7 of 21. Just dunked the ball off a big pass from the free throw line. Braden Smith inside to Edey, who's going to tackle his way through the defenders and go up to the line for 2 once again in what has been a really close game. And now we're just flipping the channels once more. Yale is leading 50-37, and let me tell you something about that Ivy League. That looks competitive. That whole thing has just been competitive. Who would have ever thought this? Brown and Yale at the start of the year. Everybody wanted Princeton because of their Cinderella run they made last year. But don't sleep on Yale. They haven't been bowling since for 2 years now. And they were supposed to be in the conversation in 2020 as Mississippi State has cut the lead down to 3. Auburn has the ball, no foul left to give. Here comes Mississippi State, and they just fouled. So that means Auburn's going to go to the line for 2. And it looks to me like, the score is 69-66. Auburn is leading Mississippi State. Cameron Matthews for Mississippi State has just been fouled out. Back to the Wisconsin game we go, trying to flip through the channels. And Wisconsin's also fouled too. So, reckless play. Gillis with another foul. Gotta give my voice a rest for a minute. I feel like I'm Ryan Hall, y'all, analyzing the weather. My goodness. Sorry. This is also was supposed to be live, but it's not. So we have a lot of games going on right now. A lot is going on right now with the conference tournaments. Coming up after this break, which I promise you is coming here in a few minutes. We got a lot, though, that we've had to talk about, and it's been craziness all the way around this March. Welcome to March, welcome to madness for you. That's basically this entire month, so we'll be ready for it. Other games that are going to be happening later tonight, besides NC State, North Carolina, the ones I mentioned, UTEP will be playing against Western Kentucky at 8:30. Oregon will be playing Colorado at 9, as I mentioned. Texas Southern's playing Grambling for their championship, and that's going to be at 9:30. Long Beach State and UC Davis are playing for the championship at 9:30 on ESPN2. And then following that is the championship of Grand Canyon and UT Arlington And Auburn can smell it now. They can smell it now, and they're about to play in the finals. 109 left now, 107 left to go with the Purdue-Wisconsin game. Auburn, I think, will just win that one. We'll have to check back later after this overtime. And he just, oh my goodness. Purdue got bumped, and now they're going to go to the line. Morris is going to go to the line. 4.9 left to go in the, there's like 58 seconds left to go in the Big Ten Tournament semis. And Auburn's going to hit 2 free throws. Looks like this game is about to be over with Auburn and Mississippi State. Again, they're leading 72-66. Here comes to the line, Auburn to the line, and he hits it once again. And this one's over, folks. This one looks over, it sounds over, and they won't foul. They're just going to play it safe. Mississippi State goes up to the line, misses 2 free throws, or 2 layups, and Auburn wins. So they're advancing to the SEC title game. Back to the Big Ten title game. Morris has just hit 1 of 2. Braden Smith is fouled out along with Wall, Crowell, and Winter for Wisconsin. 54 seconds left, and after this, I promise you there will be a break. Wisconsin for 3, and he's going to miss that one. And it tosses around, and Zach Edey, being the big, tall man that he is, gets the rebound with 46 seconds to go. And he's going to go to the line again for 2. How many fouls have Wisconsin been giving up in this quarter? Good Lord. And let's see here. Other games that are going on right now. As follows. We have now the Purdue game still going on. Delaware State and Howard was final. Howard won that game. Cornell and Yale is still going on. The score is 54-37. And South Florida is playing UAB right now. And they're in the first half. South Florida leading 22-14. I feel like Ryan Hall, y'all, right now. And I know I'm streaming this for a podcast. But goodness me. This has been quite the last few days. Let me tell you that. For college basketball fans and nuts like myself. And it looks like, yeah, Zach Edey hit both of his free throws, 75-72. With the layup, Wisconsin, and easily. Just like the last shot, man. Just like the last shot. Wisconsin just easily lays it up and in. And it looks like either Purdue or Wisconsin called the timeout. Oh, Purdue called the timeout. I wouldn't have done that. In terms of women's basketball, that's why I was trying to mention earlier. There were a few championship games going on in this half. There's not much, though. Drake and Iowa State, or Northern Iowa, are playing in the NCAA women's basketball semifinals for the MAC, the Arch Madness. And Niagara is playing Fairfield for their championship. Fairfield is ranked 25th in the country, according to the AP. And let's see that right now. The Purdue game already has a timeout with 38.6 left. And it looks like this is loading. And it looks like... oh, this game's already starting. This Fairfield-Niagara game is already starting. A lot of fans in the crowd. 38.6 left. Let's go. I got Fairfield winning that game. And here comes the pass in by Purdue. If I were Wisconsin, I wouldn't foul. Braden Smith with the ball, dribbling it right to left and closely being guarded and almost stolen away. Would you have imagined that right now? Just imagine that got stolen away. And look at him. Oh, my! He charged on him. I didn't know why that wasn't I'm so glad they called that later. That is the stupidest charge I've ever seen in my life. Braden Smith just got frustrated and pushed him out of the way. That's a big play. Big play. Oh, that's just nuts. Braden Smith has been fouled out of this game, one of the big pieces. He just came back from his ankle being rolled yesterday. Oh, goodness. Whew. Wow. This one is a classic. Wisconsin and Purdue. If you're not watching that, I know it's posted a few hours late. It's 3:32. Hopefully you all watched it right now. Wisconsin needs to call a timeout or at least play on. If they hit a shot right here, man, and shock this planet and beat Purdue in their final game, this would be nuts. 9 seconds. Clock is ticking down. Wisconsin with the shot! Oh! Now they got to get a 3 here. Got foul if you're Wisconsin. Oh! Oh my gosh! Wisconsin beat Purdue! Wisconsin beat Purdue! Wisconsin beat Purdue! Wow! Yes! Oh! March is crazy, baby! March is crazy! Do you believe it? For only Wisconsin has shocked the world! They have shocked the world, folks! Wisconsin has shocked the world! They did it! Oh my, I hate Wisconsin so much because being a Hoosier, it's just, you don't like them. That's a Jaden Ivey shot for 3, and he was not even going to make the shot. That is incredible, folks. Crazy stuff happening in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm so happy I streamed this. I am so happy. That is crazy. That was a crazy shot. Crazy it went in. And even more crazy, Wisconsin has dethroned the Kings of the Big Ten. And that means Nebraska or Illinois will play against them tomorrow. Unbelievable. But that doesn't mean, though, that Purdue's not going to be a number 1 seed. It just shows you they are not prepared for March. And I tried telling, even I told my mom this earlier, I was like, I know Purdue is not good enough. Like, I even saw that the last 3 years, a lot of imperfections. But hopefully they learned from this loss today. Wisconsin are going to the Big Ten Championship. And what a run for Wisconsin, though. They were Big Ten champions 2 years ago. Big Ten champions during the pandemic. Unbelievable. And it was a great Big Ten game also. Excuse me, belching for some reason. But we'll be right back after this, folks. Wisconsin are your Big Ten champions. Howard has won the MEAC. Auburn has won their game against Mississippi State. A lot happening in March, folks. We'll be